32? 32? No, it don't.
Turn me up, I'm lit. I'm lit, turn me up.
Bag up, bag up. Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord.
This is the Neumann MT48, Neumann's first audio interface. The analog to digital converter on the MT48 sets a new benchmark with a dynamic range up to 136 dB. Crazy. Plus, it's built like a tank. On the back, there are two microphone preamps that offer up to 78 dB of clean gain. There are 4 analog outputs for studio monitoring and patching in outboard gear. The MT48 drivers can support up to 32 inputs and 16 outputs. You can add up to 8 I/O channels using ADAT, or you can use the Ethernet connection using something called Dante. The MT48 does come with a power supply and a USB cable that connects directly to your computer. On the front, there are 2 line instrument inputs, 2 built-in headphone outputs, with superb outboard headphone amplifiers, a home button to access the main screen, a built-in microphone for talkback. You can control up to 4 separate monitor mixes with effects directly from the unit using the 2 speaker selectors and the 2 headphone selectors. There's also a mute control button, a rotary control, and a talkback button. There's an easy-to-use LED touchscreen and user interface that you can easily adjust with the touch of a finger. Go check this out. So the MT48 has its own built-in, fully fledged mixing console with its own built-in DSP, 4-band EQ, a compressor, dynamics, and even reverb. So you can use the MT48 for monitoring only, print the effects while you're recording, or do both at the same time. It's crazy. Plus, you can plug the MT48 directly to your Mac. It automatically works. You don't need a driver. If you do have a PC, you will need to download their driver. The MT48 does have a desktop software, but you don't need it. You can control everything directly from the audio interface, which is really dope. So the MT48 is the only interface that's now optimized for Neumann's microphones, speakers, and headphones. So when I started music production, I honestly had no idea what an audio interface did other than it records my instruments into the computer. I just recently finished my engineering course at 1500 Sound Academy, and an audio interface does a lot. I mean, it has a DI, it has a preamp, it has a power amp, all in this little bitty device. And the less you pay, the less quality the audio interface is. And that's what I've learned with this MT48. When I first got it from Sweetwater's, I honestly didn't understand why it cost over $1,800 until I started to use it. It blew my mind. So immediately when I plugged it up and I went to Ableton's audio preferences, and I noticed that it had 32 inputs. I was thoroughly confused. So confused, I went to Sweetwater's website. It said 16, 12, and I don't know. And then I read the manual. The manual. I know we go back and forth with the manual here on this channel, but the manual will tell you everything you need to know. It does state that it does support up to 32 inputs. And I was just thrilled. So I asked, how do I get I want as many inputs as I can with this device? So I was able to get an optical cable, plug it into the back of my MT48, and plug it into the back of my Scarlett 18i20. And now I'm using both devices. So I'm able to use this lovely mic, another mic with the MT48, and then additionally continue to use the inputs that I'm used to using with all the lovely instruments here in my recording studio. So not only do I have the MT48's inputs, I continue to have my other inputs, which is amazing. Additionally, what has completely improved my studio is also my live stream. So when I got this microphone for my live stream, I noticed when I plugged it into the Scarlett Focusrite 18 I-20 that the gain was really, really low. I could barely hear myself. I had to buy something called a cloud filter, which is kind of like an amplifier, but it's not, just to boost the gain on this mic. With this MT48, I don't need any of that. It automatically has a preamp that I can control directly inside of the audio interface. Everything's clear. Honestly, it's really good. So good that it's improved my live stream. The quality is amazing. It's so clear even on my headphones. It's so clear. I can barely even really hear anything. Yeah, it's got the MPC-X right here. I'm going to make some beats. But before we make some beats today, I have some new music that came out. Let me know that you can hear me. I'm getting used to this new setup of audio because it's so clear. I can barely even hear myself. Like, seriously, it's a beast. So I do believe that the MT48 is ideal for the self-recording musician, music producer, and artist, someone who is recording at home or in a professional environment. I also believe that this interface is perfect for someone that's looking to upgrade from their first or second audio interface. What are your thoughts about the MT48? Drop it down below. Also would love to learn about your current interface and what interface you would like to upgrade to. There's so many different options out right now. I hope this video has helped someone along their way in upgrading their audio interface. Till next time, peace.
Look at the puppy. Look at that cutie pie. You wanted to say hi.